is the first car to pull up.
Is that a four-wheeler I see as well?
Yep. Got a spare tyre on the back of Flavel's car and on...
Oh, look at this from Thompson.
Yeah. he's leaving nothing to chance. He's got a jerry can in the back. He's jerry can the tyre on that one for Avens.
Lenny Bates looks like he's just got a tyre on the back.
Yep.
Ethan Janez took nothing. That must be his four-wheeler that's come rolling out. He's the only one that's in position.
Flavel has 2 tyres. No, 3 tyres. 1 tyre for Iowa now. And we've got an aerial on the 10 car. David Thompson's got the trolley jack.
Dowie's got nothing as well. He must have made his crew take it all. Tim Pratt's got the... He's got the jack in the passenger side with him.
He's got the full-on FM radio aerial going.
Oh. This song feels so fitting as well. It is going to be a bit of a survival of the fittest. And definitely have come from all points. Yes, maybe not the biggest field, but they have come from Newman, Esperance, and every point in between for this one.
Who's this one coming up?
It's Jamie
Goodwin.
Oh, wow.
It's wobbling.
Oh, no.
It's wobbling in the back.
No.
Looks more like a broom handle than a trolley jack. Oh, he's actually got the fuel inside a tyre. So they're all pulled into their pit bays, dropping off their stuff. And this race also, they can use some devices to give some instructions to their drivers, a sign or some tap sticks or anything of that nature, if the drivers are able to see that from where their crews are standing behind the barriers. So Hammond is out there and Blake Hyman out on his outside. They're the front row. Matt Iowa now from 4. Peter Dowie from 6. Lenny Bates just having the boot put back on the 74 car. Plenty of officials on the infield making sure all the crews are doing the right thing and remain behind the barriers. Now, if the race remains green, there'll be a stoppage somewhere in the midpoint of the race. If there is a stoppage towards the middle of the race, that will be when the pit stop occurs. They can refuel the car. If they change a tyre, they will go to the rear of the field unless it goes flat and causes a stoppage. So if they decide to change a tyre during the stoppage that isn't flat, they'll go to the rear. If they change a tyre if a tyre goes flat and they elect to change it when the yellow lights come on, that is a different story. So there's our field. 18 cars about to go for 52 grueling laps. I'll try not to get too pumped up in the first lap because there's a long way to go. Here we go.
I got a feeling that tonight's gonna be a good night. That tonight's gonna be a good night. That tonight's gonna be a good night. A feeling that tonight's gonna be a good night. That tonight's gonna be a good night. That tonight's gonna be a good night. Tonight's the night. Let's
So coming into the main straight, going 4 wide for you, ladies and gentlemen. How about putting your hands together for them? If you're around the grounds, this is where you can flash your headlights and show your support for the 18 drivers that will take part in tonight's Coal Miner 52 lapper.
Look at her dancing. Just take it off. Let's paint the town. We'll shut it down. Let's burn the roof.
This time as they come into the main straight, make plenty of noise. So I said, this is where you can flash your headlights and support your driver. They've got a grueling 52 laps ahead of them. The Coal Miner 52, the third running. That's it as they come into the main straight. Put your hands together for them. Some of Western Australia's best drivers here tonight doing battle for some big prize money and a great race coming up. With a pair of 4s on the front row, Matt Hammond and Blake Iwanow.
Tonight's the night. Hey, let's live it up. Let's live it up. I got my money. Hey, let's spin it up. Let's spin it up. Go out and smash it. Smash it. Like oh my god. Like oh my god. Jump out that sofa. Come on. Let's get off. Fill up my cup. Drink. Mazel tov. Look at her dancing. Move it, move it. Just take it off. Let's paint the town. Paint the town. We'll shut it down. Shut it down. Let's burn the roof. And then we'll do it again. Let's do it, let's do it, let's do it, let's do it, and do it, and do it. Let's live it up and do it.
So next time around, we'll go green.
I've always been in trouble.
52 laps about to go green. Hammond and Iwanow on the front row. Kick us off. Here's Morgan.
A pair of 4s. The Coal Miner for the third straight year. 52 laps and we're green. Feels like it's just going to be calming to make sure you get through this first half of the event. That's 26 laps, which almost feels like a major event for many of these drivers. But Dowie trying to get very racy already on Lenny Bates and Iwanow as we're side by side to the line at the stripe. 0.02, 1 of a second is what separated Matt Hammond and Blake Iwanow, and it's a driver on the inside that held it. It feels frantic throughout that first probably 3 cars. Well, Matt Iwanow is trying to slot himself into 4th place and relax it, but a new race leader after 2, it's Blake Iwanow.
It's an absolute thriller. Just 50 laps remaining here in the Coal Miner 52. Where have all the laps gone? As Cody Avens moves into 2nd place and splits the 4s up. It's Iwanow in front from Cody Avens, and in 3rd place it's the 2nd of the 4s of Hammond. Then nearly 3 across the track as they come into the main straight. Only 49 laps left. Back in 4th place it's Matt Iwanow. Then back in 5th it is Lenny Bates. Then behind them it's Peter Dowie as they run out of turn number 2 and back down the back straight here in the Coal Miner 52. All 18 cars still running, and we're coming up to lap number 4. It is Iwanow out in front, Avens in 2nd place, Hammond in 3rd, and back then to Matt Iwanow in 4th.
It's a freight train already, all 18 cars running in the exact same spot. Avens has left the door open. There's just nothing on the top at the moment. He loses not 1 but 2 positions, or is there something wrong with the EL Falcon, because he is slipping back very quickly. Oh, rotten luck. The yellows have come on. It's Tim Pratt that's facing the concrete wall, and I think there is a flat right rear tyre for Cody Avens. There is. There's the problems for Avens. He's going to have to come.
Here's the crew will come to work here. Now, what will happen here, once the order is correct, he has 2 laps to have this flat tyre changed, and then they will go green on the 3rd lap.
So they've got work going on with him. It looks like Tim Pratt wants to come as well, as they'll quickly jack the rear up. Bad luck for Cody Avens. He was our quickest qualifier as well tonight. There's the Mario Stock Feeds 44 just coming past you. We got most of our eyes fixated on the 31 machine as they try and jack it up.
So the order will be confirmed next door. Once they're in line, they'll then form them up 2 abreast. And they're doing that now. And then once that happens, there'll be 2 rolling laps. And then on the 3rd lap, we will go green. So they don't have long. So there we go. They're now moving into rows of 2 for this restart behind Blake Iwanow. When they roll around this time around, there'll be 2 laps, and then we'll go green the 3rd lap around.
Very quick on setting the grid as well. So Tim Pratt is out. Here's our first retiree. Cody Avens. Oh, they look like they're having a troublesome time trying to get the car jacked up completely off the ground. From where we're looking at the moment, it doesn't. We haven't got that vantage point. We'll see if we get the next camera angle. There it is. So we move to the right-hand side of the car. Tyres at the ready, but they're about to complete their first lap. As the new shoe's already been bolted on.
Well, there you go. We're not wasting any time there. The 31 car is down and will restart. He will go to the back of the field. Only 48 laps remain in the Coal Miner 52. So he'll rejoin the field, and then we'll be able to go green the lap after this. It's Blake Iwanow, your leader. Matt Iwanow is on the first row of 2. With him is Matt Hammond. Lenny Bates will be joined by Peter Dowie, Damon Thompson, Jamie Goodwin. Daniel Amajuri's made up a few spots. Ethan Genev, Wayne Thompson's gone back a few spots. Jake Williams, who won the mid-pack dash. Yellow lights are flashing, and that's just how it's supposed to work. In fact, it worked about a lap and a half quicker than it could have. So 4 down, 48 laps remaining.
Still a long way to go.
Oh, it's nearly over.
Oh, marathon is the nicest way to put it. 48 remaining. Iwanow, Hammond, and Iwanow. It's a lawyer firm out in front with a Bates thrown in as well. So 3 wide further back through the field. These guys know it's a 52-lap event. We've still got 48 remaining. Well, we're just going to go hammer and tong throughout the entirety of this one. But it is Iwanow leading from Hammond, who seems to be the meat in between the bread on the 2 Iwanows, as Peter Dowie now trying to use the outside line on Lenny Bates. Both of them have been east to Victoria to contest in 3 titles.
There's trouble
as
for a car further back.
Yeah, that looks like Jamie Goodwin, who has a broken right front very heavily for the 616, and I dare say the yellows will have to come on,
Why
and
did he have to do that?
will.
There was no need to do that bit at the end, but anyway, he has. But
definitely something has gone ajar on the 616, and we've only completed another 2 laps.
So the tow truck's on its way. Next time around.
It's
Blake Iwanow, Matt Hammond, Matt Iwanow, Dowie and Lenny Bates, Thompson and Avens, Amajuri and Jake Williams. This marathon race has been going 8 minutes. Sorry, 9 minutes. Last race of the night, a lot of drama, a lot of racing still to go. Set for the restart, the green lights come on, away we go. Into the main straight, Matt Hammond got the best of the start on the first row of 2. Goes back around Blake Iwanow. Bates into 4th. Peter Dowie is in trouble in the 88 car. He's rolling towards the outside of the racetrack. Will this bring on a yellow? Out of turn number 3 and 4, he's staying up near the fence. The answer will be yes. Move down the main straight. Lap number 7 is complete. Yellow lights come on. And Dowie will come to the infield.
And something broken on his car as well, because he looked like he stopped for that restart. As he comes to the aid, yes there is. There's a flat right front tyre, is it?
No, definitely not.
No.
It's definitely not flat on the right front.
I've got a tyre in hand ready to roll.
So once the order is correct and they go double engine file, he's got 2 laps. They're looking at the back end of the 88 car.
They continue to have their head popped under. They haven't put a jack under there yet.
Oh, he drove off.
Almost covered his cream
And
member.
well, he did cover his cream.
I was more worried about what was going on, but he seems to be okay. But he will restart now at the rear of the field.
So Peter Dowie, the latest to succumb, so 6 down. And still 46 to go. That last lap didn't count because the yellows came on before that all completed the lap.
We might need this fuel stop sooner rather than later.
We've had 3 stoppages in 6 laps.
Still only the 2 cars that are out of this one. Tim Pratt, who was facing the concrete wall after 2 laps, and Jamie Goodwin after 6 and a broken right front.
So it's Iwanow, Hammond and Iwanow as we try and get this one back underway. Restarts breed restarts in races like this. We're back underway and Blake Iwanow leads them down the main straight. Matt Iwanow got the best of the restart this time and Matt Hammond certainly did not. He's gone back 1, 2 spots. Bates goes to 3rd, Ethan Genev 4th. And Wayne Thompson making up some ground on the outside in the blue 15. He's now mid-pack and running up near the wall out of 3 and 4. Lap number 7 is finally in the books. Blake Iwanow leads from Matt Iwanow and then back to Lenny Bates. Ethan Genev is next. Matt Hammond in 5th place and Daniel Amaturi is up to 6th place out of the mid-pack dash. So the veteran driver from Perth is now in the top 6. As we come out of turn number 4, we complete lap number 8. There's just 44 laps to go.
2 guys that had great restarts were not only Daniel Amaturi, but Ethan Genev as well, as he's ready to the inside of Lenny Bates, as one car definitely has smell of what you would have to feel is a clutch going on one of our cars. But a battle for the lead. It's Iwanow 1, 2, Bates, Genev, a pair of lime green Ford Falcons run 3rd and 4th. With Daniel Amaturi and Matt Hammond right on the back bumper. There's also another great old battle going on. There's Wayne Thompson on the move, up to 7th place ahead of Thompson. No relation of Damon and Jake Williams. As Daniel Flavel, he was also another one who went through that mid-pack dash. He's now starting to make a move as he fights with Williams, Thompson and Thompson.
So 42 laps to go. And Jake Williams has actually made up a spot. He moves into 7th. Wayne Thompson back to 8th. Damon Thompson 9th and Flavel 10th. Our race leader completes lap number 11. Blake Iwanow from Matt Iwanow. Back in 3rd place to 74 of Lenny Bates. Ethan Genev is there with Matt Hammond. Daniel Amaturi's made up a bunch of spots. He's in 6th. Back then in 7th place is Williams. And now in 8th is Damon Thompson, who's got around Wayne Thompson, who's back to 9th. And David Padmore now in 10th. We've done 12. We've got 40 laps to go.
It's really interesting between Thompson, Padmore and Flavel. Cody Avens has already been able to pick up 4 positions at the moment and is right on the tail of Thompson, who runs in 8th place. That's his cousin Damon, who's just ahead of him. So it's very interesting for the minor placings as Blake Ivner and Matthew Ivner, just like they did last weekend, run 1 and 2. They have cleared away from Lenny Bates. Ivner, in fact, that's Matthew, has a 1.6 second gap over Lenny Bates, Ethan Genev and Matt Hammond, as there's 2 of them just settling off into the sunset at the moment. The battle is definitely for that last spot on the podium.
So even though he's got a big gap at this stage, Blake Ivner will come back to the field at some stage when we go yellow for the compulsory stoppage towards the mid part of this race. He's got away from brother Matt. Back in 3rd place, Lenny Bates, and then Ethan Genev. 5th place is Matt Hammond, and in 6th position at this stage is Daniel Amaturi from Jake Williams. Then Damon Thompson 8th, Wayne Thompson 9th, and then in 10th place it's either going to be David Padmore just ahead of Flavel, back then to Cody Avens, then back to the 35 car, and then the 56, the 88 and the 50. They're the only ones left after that. So we come up now to 16 down and 36 to go. Blake Ivanow still your leader.
Finally got a routine going on now after being able to complete 10 laps consecutively now, and the cars just continue to try and keep it straight. It's all about surviving this first half of the event, making sure you've got something for that next 26 laps as Bates, Genev or Hammond don't feel like they're really pressing the point on each other at the moment. It's just trying to keep up on that positions, while the drivers further on back like Thompson, Padmore and Flavel, they're really going for it at the moment. Bit of hammer and tong further out back in the field, but now 18 laps completed and lap competitors just ahead of the 2 Ivanows. That is Yates and one car that's starting to slow. That looks like the 88 of Peter Dowie. He has had a horrible night so far tonight.
Yes, so Dowie's slowing. All cars still on the lead lap. We've done 18 at this stage. Dowie will be the first car to go a lap down. This is complete lap number 19. Blake Ivanow out in front from Matt Ivanow. So run down the main straight, back in 3rd, Lenny Bates. Behind him is Ethan Genev, and then back to Matt Hammond. And then Amaturi, Williams, Damon Thompson, Padmore, Flavel. Wayne Thompson's gone back to 11th place now. And maybe even go back further than that. Cody Avens looking to come underneath. We now come up to lap number 20. 20 down for our race leader. Matt Ivanow in 2nd.
What a show at the moment between these 2 Ivanows. Unbelievable. Doesn't matter what you put them in. They just seem to have what it takes to be at the front of the field, especially even with cars like that ahead of them. Get all out of shape, and we've got one in the wall, one withdrawing at the same time. The one in the wall was Peter Dowie, who may try and crawl. Oh, very close between him and Linda Yates. Dowie was trying to find the infield as Ethan Cooper in the RBS Holdings Holden Commodore. It looks like he is out.
And this is now going to be the official pit stop. So this is the pit stop. The cars will now come to the infield for their pit stop where they can do some changes. They change a tyre, they will go to the rear of the field. This is where they'll get fueled up. So 20 down, 32 laps to go. Blake Ivanow leads Matt Ivanow, Lenny Bates, Ethan Genev, Matt Hammond, Daniel Amaturi, Jake Williams, Damon Thompson, David Padmore and Daniel Flavel. You can see the work that'll go on downstairs. They'll come into their little pit bays, they'll get refueled. If they change a tyre, they will go to the rear. Daniel Amaturi just going into a puddle here in the main straight to keep the tyres cool. As you can see, the track is dead set slick on the bottom half. So they come into their pit bays, they find their crews, or they're looking for their crews, and we'll have the second half of this race in a moment. They'll have 5 minutes to refuel the cars and get back out for a restart. So won't take all that long. So what we've learned so far, Peter Dowie went backwards. Wayne Thompson got up to about 7th and has gone back to 11th place now.
Ethan Geneva and Lenny Bates used the most of that restart on lap number 6 as well. Everyone just feels like in that first about 9 are just keeping it calm and trying to keep their cars straight.
Daniel Amaturi's made up a bunch of spots because he was in the mid-pack race. He's up to 6th. So we have a look at the cars on the infield. Fuel definitely going into the 4.